There is a silent battle in State House where MUHOOZI Kainerugaba punches RWABWOGO every time he gets a chance. We all know that both these guys have presidential ambitions. They would want to take over from General Kaguta Museveni. And I think, to me, General Museveni has an upper hand in taking over from the presidency from his father. And today I've come with evidence showing you how there is a silent battle where these people are fighting each other on who's supposed to take over the presidency. The issue of transition, they are trying to exclude other Ugandans so that the transition can be in-house. So the purpose of this video, I've come to show you the evidence of a battle in State House. In fact, one of the first glaring evidence, MUHOOZI Kainerugaba came out and attacked RWABWOGO when he came out to talk about the RWABWOGO. He tweeted this himself. In fact, MUHOOZI came out to say, and I quote, telling us our ancestors are equivalent to the devil is the same type of colonial rubbish that the Europeans propagated. This tweet comes up at about when RWABWOGO came out to talk about the RWABWOGO as demonic, and we all know that General Museveni General MUHOOZI has always come out with stamp that is RWABWOGO. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the fight in State House, what it means for our democracy, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to.
If salvation was a medicine that you found in the home, don't reintroduce RWABWOGO. Don't introduce witchcraft.
RWABWOGO came out and discarded the RWABWOGO narrative. And yet, General MUHOOZI just stamps about being a RWABWOGO. In fact, he doesn't spend a week without talking about the RWABWOGO. It shows you how MUHOOZI wants witchcraft and those things of local things. First of all, I also think that they demonize our African culture. For example, they demonize the African culture and make the European culture look good. But I'll make a separate video from that. The purpose of this video is to show you the evidence that General MUHOOZI, whenever he gets a chance to jab RWABWOGO, he does. Let me take you to the tweet which was made by MUHOOZI Kainerugaba. He came out and showered the praises on his Secretary General. He came out on the tweet to say, "Oh no mukwano gwange mbadde nsaba mumuwagire." He went on to tag Daudi Kabanda's picture, MP Kasambia. I want you to first get the name. After shouting praises on Daudi Kabanda, after like 1 or 2 days, he used this Twitter handle to attack RWABWOGO. Okay. Daudi Kabanda used his Twitter handle to attack RWABWOGO. And to me, I think it is a scheme where General MUHOOZI uses people to attack his in-law, to downsize him. Because one of these days, battles are fought online mostly, because social media is even overtaking mainstream media. So Daudi Kabanda in a tweet, he came out to say, and I quote, he came out to say, "RWABWOGO has looked for money, Banange. He is now a pastor. I swear this man needs a medal. Someone should remind him that there is money in witchcraft. He can be a witch doctor, Dr. Odrick." So you cannot tell me that it is a coincidence. You cannot tell me that it is not planned. That General MUHOOZI Kainerugaba on one hand, he comes out to praise Daudi Kabanda and shower him with praises. After 1 or 2 days, Daudi Kabanda goes on to attack his in-law. In politics, nothing is done by mistake. You cannot tell me that that is a coincidence. Okay? You clearly see that there is a fortress being built by MUHOOZI Kainerugaba on media to attack his in-law so that he can outsmart him in the presidency. Okay? These are the truths which are supposed to be confronted. Secondly, there is also another tweet which was made by MUHOOZI Kainerugaba wishing a happy birthday to one Yes, he came out to say, and I quote, "I want to wish this great young man a very happy birthday. God bless you with many more years, Mwesije." And he went on to tag his picture. He called him Mwesije. Understand the name, get to know the name. The same person on his Twitter account, Honorable Frank Mwesije, went on to attack RWABWOGO, saying from motivation speaker to coffee vendor to the biggest thief and now a pastor. Who is he? So you clearly see that there is a scheme of General Museveni using such people to attack his in-law. In fact, such people also have fake accounts and bots. All he needs is to give them command and they attack someone. They use the same things on NUP, but NUP is superior on social media, and yet even NUP supporters don't get paid. But these people get paid. They have a cabal of people with fake accounts who fight their wars. Now they are attacking RWABWOGO. Okay? They are attacking RWABWOGO, which is unfortunate because a family man, an African man, cannot attack his in-law. But that is the small evidence I have, and I can go on to reveal very many accounts that are pro Moses Kainerugaba attacking RWABWOGO, his in-law. So there is a silent battle within State House. But RWABWOGO, you cannot be. In fact, when time comes, you may even be devoured. You may even be devoured in succession politics because General MUHOOZI thinks that he's entitled to the presidency. And I think this is the problem because General MUHOOZI is now 51 years, if I'm not mistaken. His father is going to make the 40th year in State House. So almost almost his entire life he has been in State House. So he thinks that State House is his. Okay? So in the transitional politics, MUHOOZI can devour RWABWOGO at any time. The only thing RWABWOGO has is smart, but he uses his smartness to steal for public funds. You will never take over from General Kaguta Museveni. I know whenever there is transition, family wants to transit the president within themselves. But RWABWOGO is not the family member. He just married in the family. It's the reason that's why they attack him left and center. But also, there are some core African family values. You cannot go on to release dogs to attack your in-law. In fact, in our African culture, an in-law is respected. I'm a Muganda. Even if your in-law comes to your place, you are supposed to give him chicken. But on the other hand, MUHOOZI Kainerugaba is coming out to give insult to his in-law. But also, it may be a scheme by the state to create a battle where it is not. It's also possible because I'm trying to give you two faces. To create a battle where it is not, so that the transitional talks Ugandans are excluded. So that whenever you come out to talk about a person to replace General Kaguta Museveni in State House, you only have MUHOOZI and RWABWOGO. It can be a scheme. And this transitional policy started a long time ago when Sajusa came out to set the MUHOOZI project. So it has been ongoing. I'm also starting to think that they wanted Amama and Babas in 2016 to take over from Colonel Kizza Besigye so that it can be smooth. Okay, it's the reason why even Amama and Babas went back to where he came from. Okay? So for me, I think there are silent battles, but also they want to edge out the public from the transitional talks, which is very impossible because we have His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi, a front runner, not only a front runner, a person who can win the presidency. Of course, that's my opinion. Leave me a comment by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is the first time on this YouTube channel, employ to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. See
Mpala na walahi kusaba kimuze mpala na bulungi. Abampala na bulungi nange benjagala obulungi.